All right, this is question 16. And question 16 asks us to find the sum of all the numbers, I think that should say numbers, sorry about that, in a supplied list. All right, okay, so we're going to have def, and we're going to say sum of list elements, something like that, sum of all the elements in the list. And what list are we talking about? Well, let's call it a list. So what we want to do is let's actually go through back to our existing list here. If you remember, we had our list from our previous question. If I wanted to add up all of these, what would I do? Well, if I haven't started adding them up yet, then my total, or my sum, is 0. I'm going to start off at 0. Okay. Then I'm going to start adding them up. So I'm going to go through each one of these in turn, and I'm going to add the contents to the total. That's what I'm going to do. So the total will become 1. Then I'm going to go to the next one. And I've got 7. So I'm going to add that to the current total, which was 1. So that becomes 8. And then I'm going to add this 13 to the 8 that I've already got. So that's 21. Then I'm going to add the 2 to the 21 to make 23. Then I'm going to add the 9 to the 23 to make 32. So the total of that would end up as being 32. So let's try that out in code. So the first thing we're going to do is going to have this thing called total. Okay, so I'm going to set the total as 0. And then I want to go through each element in the list. So to do that, I'm not a for loop. So for element in a list, and then I want to add the element, which is the content, to the total. So I'm going to say total is assigned to current total, whatever that is, plus the element. Okay, so that's what I was doing over here, going through each time and adding the number that we're looking at to the running total as we go along. So this total is a running total. Put a little comment in here, running total of the values in the list. Okay, and after I've been through all the values, I want to return that total. Okay, let's try it out. So let's go to our test list again. So test list is this list. Let's have the same list as before. 1, 7, 13, 2, 9. 1, 7, 13, 2, 9. And what I want to do this time is to print what we get out of the sum of list elements. And we want to put test list as our array. So let's run this and see what happens. What do we expect to get? What did we say? 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 13 is 21, plus this 2 plus 9 is 11. So 31, 33. Oh, sorry, 32, beg your pardon. Yeah, 32, that's correct. 7, 8, 21, 23, 32. Yeah. Let's just put a 10 in there and see whether we should get 10 more. We should get 32 this time. So 42. 10 plus 7 plus 13 plus 2 plus 9 is 42. 41. Oh, let's just check that. 10. 17 plus 13 is 27. 30. And plus the 11 is 41. That's right. My maths is dreadful today. Okay, so that seems to work. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another breakpoint in here to see what's going on. I'm going to remove that breakpoint and I'm going to step through and show you what's going on. So here's our list at 10, 7, 13, 2, 9. That comes from here. That's the argument that we're putting into this parameter. And we're setting our total to be 0 to start with. So our total is 0. You can see it either down here, or you can see it up here. And now we're going to go through each element. So our element is, first of all, 10. And our total, which is currently 0, becomes our total, which is currently 0, plus our element, which is 10. So our total will be now 10. Now we're going to the next one, 7. So our total becomes our current total, which is 10, plus our element of 7, which is 17. So our total now would become 17. And then we're going to add our 13. 13 plus 17 is 30, so our total becomes 30. Now we're going to add our 2, so that's 32, and then add our 9, becomes 41, And then that's us finished with the list, and we're going to return our total, which is 41. And print it out. And there we go, 41.